a Ren fair once, and somebody told me that, oh, if you're any part Germanic anything, then you've got Viking in you, right? Ridiculous notion to say to somebody. But I believed it. I thought, well, I must be, this must be part of who I am. So what are they talking about? And I saw, oh wow, they're talking about gods, and I see the hammer and the imagery and all of it, and I go, wow, there's something to believe in here. Like this is the faith of a people, and it spoke to me. It definitely resonated with me, and I didn't know why at the time. I just knew that it did. And I go, I'm going to pursue that, So then I start just, going online, and I go, oh, wow, there's something called Ossetru. Okay. I didn't know that heathenry was the name of it per se. I heard the term heathen being used, but I didn't realize that it was a specific category of pagan, I guess, if you want to call it that. The Germanic pagan equivalent is heathen. So didn't really know much about that. I just know that the name Ossetru had something to do with people that believed in the gods of Northern Europe. So I go, well, and then I saw, well, I got this hammer on me, and I'm like, wow, that's interesting, that all these years before I believed in any of this, and now I'm finding interest in it, and it's calling to me, and it's, so let me answer that. Let me tap into that. Let me see what I can find. And at the time I was, nothing that I was getting into was based upon historical accuracy or the background of things from a historical point of view. I was just like, oh, cool. We can, we've got 8 holidays of the year, that popular Wicca true, Wicca with a Norse aesthetic or with a Norse veneer over it. So, I get into, thinking about Yule around the winter solstice, and I think about Midsummer, and I think about Ostara, and I think about, all the other various things, Samhain even, like I'm thinking of Samhain as it's like a Norse thing. Of course it's historically not Germanic, but when it finally kind of occurred to me that this is the path that I wanted to pursue, I started taking it more seriously. I wanted to learn as much as I could about the history of the heritage of it all, the history of it all, and see where I fit into that. Am I just liking something because it looks cool or it's aesthetically pleasing, or is this feeling of being called that I was describing earlier? Is that feeling something that's coming from an actual source?